Hello everybody and welcome to episode 16 of my Bosporan Kingdom campaign Let's Play for Imperator Rome, the 1.2 Cicero update. That's right, the update is now live for everyone. It's not in beta anymore, so anyone who's a player of Imperator Rome can now start dabbling with the different features and mechanics that you've seen throughout this Let's Play. If you don't have the game yet and you're wondering whether or not you should get it, I'll probably do a separate review video that's probably live already by the time this one goes up. If not, that's going to be on the way. Some sort of feature recap, review, and things to come kind of video I think is in order to let people know in a more succinct way whether or not it's time to jump into Imperator Rome for the first time, if you haven't already. So let's just catch up on the rest of the episode, well, let's just get back into the Let's Play. I'm not going to talk about, the review stuff in this one. In the last episode, at the beginning, we were fighting Potulatensia, and we managed to take a couple bits of territory for them, and we gave it over to our tribal vassal Getia to make do with as they wish, and hopefully provide us manpower on the back end. Odrysia then attacked us, the yellow tribe down here above Paeonia, and we managed to push them back pretty easily, not too bad at all, pretty quickly. And Leostratus was the one who was able to kind of put the final nail in the coffin, so to speak, on that war, and deal with the slave uprising that was near Getia. Sadly, Leostratus, our protege from a very long time ago, has passed away now, and Olympia rules alone. So the focus of this episode is going to be on securing iron. I am aware that we have made some grave mistakes and not secured iron at several opportunities that we had to do so, and even other mistakes such as leaving Odrysia alive blocks us from getting potential iron that we could get through Paeonia. So let's have a look at the trade goods map mode. We'll select iron. So everywhere there's these little grey dots, these are, territories filled with iron that we could use. And we need iron, by the way, to get heavy infantry. The reason we want heavy infantry is because, well, Macedon were kicking our ass with heavy infantry 2 episodes ago. And also we're going to be taking on the big behemoth that is Phrygia. And oh my god, are they big. 329 cohorts they are now fielding, with 322,000 manpower at their backs. They could lose every man in their army instantly and replenish it in not that long, which is a scary thought. They're also making good money. They're able to sustain all of that. They've got 300 territories. They got 5,000 pops. They are thick and dense. So that's a big problem because obviously we need to take this bit of territory here. So we're gearing up for what eventually is basically going to be the final boss battle, which is Phrygia. And in order to do so, we gotta secure the iron, and that will be the last step before we start taking them on. It seems like it's just a problem after a problem that keeps surfacing, blocking us from getting to them, and they're just growing more and more powerful each time. So I've devised a plan and figured out where we could get some iron for ourselves. We're now in several truces with Macedon and Odrysia or whatever it might be, so it's a bit complicated. If we were to attack Macedon directly, by the way, to get the iron that's, say, here and here, we can't, because Phrygia are actually guaranteeing them, so that's a no-go. However, we could play the diplomacy game a little bit, and we could attack Messenia. Messenia have 2 lots of iron here and here. They are allied with Macedon. Macedon will come in to help Messenia, but Phrygia won't come in to help Macedon. The reason for that is that Messenia are bigger than Macedon, basically, and they'll be the war leader. So whoever's the war leader gets to call in their allies, and because it's not going to be Macedon, Phrygia aren't going to be coming to help them because it's not their direct conflict. It's a little bit silly because we will be eroding Macedon's territory, so you could imagine that Phrygia might be like, hey, what's going on there? But either way, this is kind of a way to circumnavigate that and get around it. So what's very interesting and lucrative about this particular opportunity is that Messenia have extremely low manpower. They're in need of 10,000 men, and so are Macedon, their ally. 10,000 men they're lacking. Both of them combined, about 50 or 60 cohorts. Good money between them. I have no doubt in my mind that they'll start fielding some mercenaries, so it's not going to be as straightforward as it seems. We've only got 10,000 extra manpower, so we're going to have to wait just a little bit to build up some, and I'm also going to go fetch some mercenaries. This mercenary in particular I was looking at seems pretty good. He's got 14 heavy infantry, 14 archers, and 5 light cav. Now, I'm pretty sure, I haven't actually used mercenaries lately. In this playthrough, I haven't used them at all, but I'm pretty sure that we replenish them with our manpower. If I'm right with that, that means that we actually won't be able to replenish the heavy infantry at all because we don't have the equipment to do so. So these are going to be a real one-and-done type army, 1 or 2 battles, and then we're just going to have to retire them. Now, it costs money to retire them as well, so we got to just make sure we have the money in reserve before we do that. Luckily now, in the mercenary screen, it's nice. It tells you, there he is here. It's the one at Panopticon, or Panticapion, I should say, our old capital. He's got 11 martial. He's 40 years old. He should be fine. He's a little bit unwell because he's epileptic, but he's okay. And he only costs 5.65 per month. Right now we're making 34 with the armies not being paid. But even with the armies being paid, I'm sure it'd be fine. Anyway, further to that, we have the fleets to deal with Macedon's fleet, and Messenia, I don't think of anything. Oh, they do. They have 33. Well, we can take both of their fleets on combined even, and we should be fine with ours. Speaking of, I should get to this now. This is another thing I had to remember. Our fleet, Baruka's Trident, led by Aeropus Baruka, who's only 13, or he's only 24. He has 13 martial. He's almost dead because he's got lung disease. I just noticed that when I was checking through my characters in between episodes. So let's seek treatment for him now while we have the money. Hopefully we can heal him with our doctor, who's also excellent, level 12 finesse. So that's that done. The next thing is I noticed, of course, that we're low food supply up in Vel. We always have been pretty much, but now they've actually run out. However, just in the nick of time, we're able to get Dolam. Boom, colonized. Easy as that. So, Dolam is now colonized, so that's a little bit extra this region. Sarmatia are kind of colonizing other bits of it, which has been annoying. So this place is always going to have a bit of split of culture. But if we can keep the territories within ours happy, then it doesn't really matter. Now, while I was looking at that colonization, I realized that we have other opportunities of colonization now. Several of our territories down here have 10 pops in them. So, if we look at this particular province, we can do 4 colonizations here. So I've looked at this ahead of time to speed things up. So we're going to colonize here, we're going to colonize here, here, and here. And that's it. We can't do any more. Trust me. So we're going to let the cities behind them kind of rebuild, or territories behind them rebuild and build up a bit stronger. But the interesting thing is now we've got 4 little territories within this province, which is kind of nice. And then as they kind of build up, we'll reach 10, 10, 10, and go further. Or the reason I left gaps is so that the ones behind them also have a chance of just filling in those gaps when they reach 10. So the only one that I noticed is worth building up is this one. There's vegetables here, so we can build a farm. Farms can only be built on food resources, and that will give them a bit of a boon to their food, which will hopefully increase the... what do you call it? The migration attraction and the population just in general. I'm going to change the governor policy here to cultural assimilation. Actually, yeah, we'll do religious conversion first. And then they'll convert pretty quickly, hopefully. Alright, we've only got 41 political influence. We've got to spend it wisely. Cultists, I think, are starting to not like me too much. So I'm just going to, just to be safe, because we're going to be planning to go west, I'm going to try to make them like us a little bit more. Good stuff, no problems. Get rid of that. Our ruler is unmarried, of course, Leostratus, rest in peace. Olympia is not going to be taking another husband. She is 70 years old. She's actually, surprisingly, for her having epilepsy her whole life and being sick a few times, she has made it to a very ripe old age, and she's still no sign of slowing down. She's just losing a little bit of health each month as a kind of a natural progression towards the end. But yes, no signs of her slowing down just yet with any older age diseases. So we'll leave her unmarried. We were going to marry Philip, our son, to a girl named... I can't even remember her name. It's like Eutyches or something like that. I couldn't really pronounce it. The rebel army that popped up here from one of our disloyal generals because I made a mistake, or I think he was a disloyal governor, and because I made a mistake, he raised an army. He has actually ended up marrying the woman that we planned on marrying ourselves. So she has 9 charisma and 6 zeal, which would have been perfect. But it seems like she's already had a kid with him. She's married, so she's done. She's 19, by the way, and he's 65, so pretty crusty. But there you go. So she got married. I guess he could afford it. We couldn't afford her. She was 450 gold or something at the time. So we'll have to look for a different wife. Right now, I had to look through the characters. Nothing stands out immediately, so we'll just wait for a little bit. The only other thing I've done then is I've changed some of the names of the army. So I've actually named his army Zenonid's Rebels. It's pretty cool you can name his army because, well, it's kind of an oversight, I would imagine. But you can name them Big, Stupid, Annoying Old Man Army if you wanted. If you were like kind of spiteful. Because I can't control him, obviously, because he's disloyal. And then the armies that I can control, we've kind of renamed and shuffled them around. So we have the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We've named them after the provinces that they've either been raised in or the ones that they kind of guard. And we have Philip's 1st Olympians, the Olympians. So I just put the name up here just so I can remember them. So I know it's a bit weird to have, it's like, oh, Philip's 1st. That's just kind of for my own sake. You know, it's like, oh, that's Philip's army and he's leading the Olympians. That's kind of how I look at it. He's the 1st. So there you go. So like I said, did we do the claim? We need to do a claim fabrication on these guys. On Messenia for Aetolia, because Aetolia is really the area that I'm planning on getting, because there'll be multiple iron deposits there, or we might just end up pushing in here and grabbing this, which would be a nice bit of territory too, and there's just iron straight away there. Might be easier, if anything. But to access that, we really have to go through Messenia. And it's interesting because this place is just so dominant Hellenic that everything we get here is just going to be such a boon to our economy and really help us out. Maybe we'll even go for the Macedonian territories here, because of course we can just hop on our navy, go this way, and make a landing. So that's pretty much everything. I don't think there's anything else we need to look at. Let's just let time play. We've got some disloyalty in our characters, but not a big deal. Not a big deal. We can handle them. And we're just building 2 forts, one here and one here. I'm actually going to get rid of this one. This is a bit redundant. And what do we got going on here? Let's increase the freemen ideal fraction with the forum. And that way we can build up the freemen a bit more. This city, or this territory here, Goliamoto, is actually turning into a city right now. So hopefully when it's built, we'll start focusing that for manpower as well. Slanderer spills all. The traitorous snake who attempted to demean the name of Olympia the First Spartacid has been identified as none other than Simmias Zenonid, who quickly confessed to his crimes. How should we deal with this vagabond? So this is the guy that's actually leading the army, Zenonid's rebels, and he's the one that I guess that was spreading the rumors of our ruler being unfit to rule since Leo has passed away. So we could say forget him, his reputation is ruined. Execution suits his crimes. Or perhaps he could be won over. So we only get 10 loyalty with him. If it was like 30 loyalty, I'd maybe do it. But with 10, not really worth it. Even 20 maybe, because then we could bribe him. But 10 isn't enough to get him to the 33 threshold with a bribe. Excuse me. So I think we're going to have to go a bit dark on this one. His new wife, his new baby. We're going to have to say see you later and sorry. Sorry, but thanks for playing. Gonna raise disloyal armies and insult Leo, insult Olympia? Get the hell out of here. He was the general of Zenonid's rebels and nephew of a governor of Sarmatia Asiatica. He was the head of the Zenonid family and was executed at the age of 65. And that's really, I love that, because that's like Olympia being like, don't talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Her husband just died and she's like, someone's raising a little army and piping up suddenly. A man immediately executed. Sit the F down. No, I would do full on F bombs, but I don't want to be too harsh with that stuff. But I really want to say it now. All right, well, there you go. The army's actually gone. Wow, that was actually a pretty nice resolution to that. We took 5 tyranny hit, which will lower the loyalty of everyone else, but yeah, it's not too bad. How much are we gaining back? 0.17. So not too bad, you know, a few years and we'll get rid of most of it. I think marble is actually the resource that really curtails it. Yeah, tyranny. If you have a surplus of marble, you remove 0.01. That's a really small amount. But tyranny is a small currency. You know, if you ever have more than like 20, you've probably got a problem. It'd be pretty fun to do a playthrough where you just go crazy on tyranny and like execute, banish, imprison. Because I always play it pretty safe. Because I never really felt the need to do it otherwise. But anyway. By the way, it'd be great to go down this chain then for the next military stuff, because that gives you a lot of heavy infantry things. Which would be just nice in general because we're trying to get some. And it would buff us up once we get down to this part of the territory. So essentially what we're doing is we're waiting on the diplomacy. We're at 15%. Once we get to about 60 or 70, we'll start paying the armies again and then head into Messenian territories. Tribal proposition. Our tribal neighbor Sarmatia has started investing a lot of their treasury into opening up the borders between our two nations. So let us hope this friendship will be worth it. Sarmatia gains 20 opinion of us. Dolam will get a tribal influx, giving them unrest but more tax. Oh, that sucks. So Dolam is the place we just colonized. It's just annoying to get unrest. It means conversions and things take longer. So that means it's just going to be a little bit slower before we can colonize again. There's only 2 pops living here as well. So it's actually going to be quite a long time before we colonize here. I wonder what we could build them though. There's cloth, or leather even. I mean, provincial legation is probably the best thing. Assimilation speed is a bit faster here with that. Maybe something like... Yeah, I'm thinking this. It's 99. It's kind of a lot. I don't really feel like we'll get that much out of it, but okay. Alright, let's speed things up a bit more. Got some scorned families, I don't care. Pretender support. So we do have to keep an eye on this, because the secession will happen not too long. We'll keep an eye on that. And we haven't actually looked at laws. I really should have looked at this in between things, but now that our civilization, or not our civilization, our research is reaching new levels, we can start looking at other laws. We don't actually have what we need to enact them right now, but it's interesting. You know, we can relax citizenship status, which allows citizens, it increases the ratio of citizens by 10%, which would be really nice. Or courts for landowners, which would increase desired freemen. Oh man, I think I might do that one. So governor loyalty will go down and general loyalty will go up. So civic advances needs... Okay, yeah, we're ready for it. We just need a bit more political influence. I'm definitely going to do that. It's going to take a 15 stability hit, but if there's ever time to do it, it'd be now when we're already quite positive. Youthful indiscretions. A cousin belonging to one of the lesser branches of the Spartacid family has been embroiled in scandal at court. According to eyewitnesses, the youth managed to publicly shame himself in an incident involving a slave and a gourd of exotic origin. Wow. I was within the Spartacid family. Who was doing it? We'll lose some prestige, or the state could step in to pay money. I don't understand really. Well, it looks like something else is going to come of this, so we'll just say we'll handle it internally. People don't need to know what goes on behind closed doors. Alright, we're at 30% for the active diplomacy for the Messenia thing, and we're also about to get our new city here, so things are looking good. Did I ever build when I removed this? I did. Okay, cool. And how is all of our loyalty of our provinces? And I haven't really had to worry about that at all. I remember when I played Bactria back in the day, loyalty in provinces was so difficult to maintain in the early parts of the game. But nowadays, it seems just fine. That was a Kaseki, I think, that died. The coming of the city of Goliamoto. Sweet. Okay, so down here, I wanted to do some building. I was just going to build 2 forums for freemen happiness so that we can just get some more manpower here. So convert these tribesmen into freemen, hopefully, with that. Researcher is now needed for martial advances. We have Kephisidorus Kaseki, who's actually in a scorned family right now. The Kaseki is scorned. Can't have that. He is 9 with martial. Wow, that's pretty good for a 17-year-old, but he's 12 with finesse. So we'll give it to someone else. We'll give it to Anadid Triposcar. And we'll look to put him on the Kaseki guy on something else. Where's our fleet? Okay, it's literally just behind the Egyptian fleet, so I got really worried there for a second. Is this guy still unwell? He is still seeking treatment. Hopefully he's okay. There we go. That fleet was just totally... The label was totally blocking mine. I was like, oh my god, did my fleet defect or to get destroyed? But no, they're okay. Alright, we're up to 20,000 manpower. Messenia are actually in a war with Dardania. And this Tilatea above them. We've been insulted by Colchis. Huh. Don't be starting that shit, man. They've got a lot of allies. I'm not liking that. They're at war with an Armenian revolt. Oh, wow. And they're allies with Iberia, Media Magna, Sofen. Don't insult me, dude. Come on. Here, have a gift. Just chill. Please chill. I know you might be thinking like, "Oh, the war with them would be good." No, they're even a little bit too big. I want some heavy infantry. It's not them on their own. It's who will come with them to aid them. Sofen, Colchis, Iberia, and Media Magna would all potentially join. I'm not ready for that. Hey, we can change the law now. How much are we growing? Stability is changing by so much. 0.18. Wow. Alright, let's take the law. So the courts for landowners. 15 stability hit. What's our current one? It's just nothing. So now we're just basically saying more freemen. Hopefully it's kind of going to pull from the slaves. Because it's not dropping the ratio of citizens. It's just increasing the ratio of freemen. So that should pull away from some of the slave population we have. Because our slave population is just way too big. Our slaves are right now 50%. And even tribesmen are quite big. So it should promote you know, more free men in general. We're up to 943 manpower per month, which is really good. I'm pretty happy with that now. Really good for how we have been doing. She's suffering from the same thing Leo suffered from, gout. March of time. Age finds us all in the end. She hadn't got long left, so minus 1.14. So she's got about 40 months to go. Less, about 30. I wonder if she's going to inherit the is Philip going to inherit the 2,800 gold? He's already got 1,500. My God. Some people have been asking me to send someone in adventuring. I will do that at some point. Maybe his son. He's too risky. He's the only heir. So I can't risk sending him away right now. All right, we're at 70%. So now's the time to hire up these mercenaries. And we're going to send them south. Supply is going to be really rough for them. So we're going to go there. Just going to make sure he hits these areas if he can. Instead of walking a weird way. Get him down to one of the ports. I don't think he'll take any attrition. I'm pretty sure he'll consume food on the way, I think. So he should be okay. Let's learn his name. So this is going to be Kaliarshid's mercenaries. Kaliarshid, probably. But anyway, Kaliarshid. So we'll see how he does. So that's heading south. Going to be using heavy infantry for the first time. Let's put him in bottleneck or phalanx. Probably phalanx, because you'll probably combine him with more cavalry later. Our forts aren't done yet, but 18th of September next year, so 1 year to go. Building a forum up here. Oh yeah, the second forum was almost done there, and the farming settlement up here is almost done. So the farming settlement, what does it even do? Pop capacity, slaves needed, and local food modifier 50%. So just make sure you have good food, but it's not necessarily going to increase the amount that we store. But okay. I'm okay with that. Interestingly, we're not converting anyone. How is that the case? Even with... There's no pops in the territory that can be converted. What? Colleges have taken away military access that we gave them. Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking here. They are 2 Scythian and 2 Heptatic. And it says no pops can be converted. One of them is migrating away, so that one can't be converted. And one is growing. But that doesn't... That means there should still be one who would change. Oh, he's assimilating. That's it. Sorry, that was quite loud. He's assimilating. Right. So only one pop at a time can promote, demote, convert, assimilate, or move. Right? So one of them is out, leaving the place, which is great. It's the tribesman that's leaving. And then one of them is assimilating very slowly. That kind of sucks, man, because I'd rather he convert. He'd be way quicker if he converted. Oh well. It's out of my hands. I really wish it would do that, though. Prioritize conversions first before assimilations. I wonder what determines what happens. Or is... Actually, I think Johan said it's random, which is a bit of a shame. All right, what's our diplomacy at? 95.98. So let's start paying the armies. So our economy will be down to 2.58-ish. Well, it's kind of dropping, actually, pretty rapidly. Every day, it fluctuates so much. What are we at? 62%, 83%. Okay. Claim fabricated on Aetolia. Let's just double check the diplomacy's all good, all the same. They're still lacking about 5,000 manpower, and they've got 38 cohorts, and they've got 1,000 gold. So I have no doubt at all that they will be raising men. This could be a long war. Just need to be careful with it, because it's not going to be easy to get Aetolia. It should be easy to take this first place. These guys are going to hop on the boats. Philip can head south. Need him to go around that army just in case they take attrition. Just going to be a little bit more careful with my attrition, saving every little bit of manpower I can. Alright, so we're paying everybody now. We're going to wait for this guy to kind of get a little bit closer down south. So when I'm going to load on the boat here, I think I'm actually going to drop off... Olympic Games, who do we want to send? A Zenonid? Or a Kaseki? We'll send a Kaseki. I don't think I actually gave this guy a job. He's 18, he's got 12 finesse and 9 martial. It's really good. So hopefully Hopefully he can do good. Oh, he's depressed. Come on now. But he's ambitious. Go out there and win one for us. Kephisidorus. Alright, yeah, so I was thinking of hopping on the boats and heading down here. Is there any forts here? Is there no forts? Oh, there is one. I can see it there. Yeah. So Macedon have one fort down here. We'll take that one. And then this whole area should fall. I think if I place my fleet in this sea region, we block the route across. I think? I don't know, though. Oh, you know what? I don't think we do, because it's Bithynian territory. Unless we were at war with Bithynia, I don't think we will block the strait. Yeah, I think that's the case. Okay. Well, either way. Alright, 50 days and we go to war once the 2 forts are up. Although we could probably just do it now. Are we ready to go? I think we're pretty much ready to go. Our mercenary is a bit far up in the north, but yeah, he'll be here in no time. What else could we get? We can get basically one more tech. I'll go with... I'm going to go with the siege engineers. Alright. We're ready to go? I think we are. Here we go. It's taken me... I must have taken about 20 minutes to plan all this out before the episode. I was like, okay, this is the way to do it. I didn't let time play. I just looked at diplomacy and stuff like that. I had thought about going for Paeonia for a long time and taking... or just going straight into Macedon, taking stability hits and seeing how it would go. But the Phrygian problem is really the big issue. How's actually Egypt? So they're just still my ally. They're pretty happy with me. Improve opinion wouldn't do too much right now, so we'll leave that alone. I had also thought about for a while, maybe I could support rebels and break apart Phrygia. It's tempting. Sometimes it works. You take an immediate hit of aggressive expansion, and also the bigger hit is that you take a -5 to diplomatic reputation. So we go down to -3, and nobody would really want to deal with this. So that's the main thing that would turn me off doing that. I'm gonna take a stability hit, sacrifice to the gods before this war, as is tradition. And yeah, let's go. So just Macedon. We can call in Egypt and Aetolia. We've got 32,000 manpower. Alright, war has begun. So let's hop on that. So we're on that boat. Sorry, hang on one sec. There we go. Just making sure the music is playing. Okay, we're on the boat. We're going to head down right here. So let's get to know these armies, right? So you guys can hopefully keep up and follow along. So we have Cassius cavalry. We have Carsid's 4th Thracian army that's been led by Artemidorus Carsid, level 12. We have Philip leading the Olympians. He's heading down south. Probably this fort would be a good idea. And then we have Archias' 2nd Sarmatia heading across the isthmus. And then we have the mercenary army coming down south. We have another army up here, by the way, which I've just kind of kept here for now. I was going to recruit into it at some point. I've just left them there for now. Alright, we're ready to go. Moving on to that fort. So I'm going to keep this cavalry just sitting back, ready to aid Carsid if he needs to. Religious advances, advance. Denied legitimacy. Uh-oh. Word has reached us that Euthalia Spartacid, our sister, has been spreading dangerous rhetoric that calls into question Olympia's right to rule. Challenging Olympia the First Spartacid on grounds of birth, efficacy, and morality, Euthalia Spartacid could cause widespread dissent if these claims are not dealt with. Oh man, she's almost dead as well. We're almost all dead. The old crone. Ignore her wild claims. Publicly repudiate her lies. She'll lose loyalty right around the time we're going to have a secession, but I think she's going to die first. Yeah, it seems like it. She is losing more than we are. Yeah, let's just say no. So we'll take a stability hit, or we'll take a legitimacy hit. Now, legitimacy is going to increase the max loyalty and freeman happiness. So I would really not... I never want to sacrifice freeman happiness. And this is going to... That's going to be more income related. But that's okay. This is going to be flying up now. 0.27 each month. So she's taking a loyalty hit. But she's got an infection and dementia. She's crazy. She's crazy. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's like saying things like, you were part of the assassination of our older sister. You know, she's like, Calanthus. And we're like, no. She's crazy. She's clearly out of her mind. That's what we're saying. She's just upset that she didn't get to rule, or she never had children. She's like, I was forced. I wasn't allowed to marry. You know? I hope people remember the story. Because, of course, we were leaving her in reserve for Leo to marry. Because we knew that Olympia had epilepsy. And, of course, we murdered Olympia's older sister. Because she was in the way of Leo. The intrigue. I should do a recap of this whole thing at some point. Olympics concluded. We didn't win. Kaseki, man. That depressed guy is going to be even more depressed now. That's our navy, is it? I don't know why their labels are blocking my navy. I can't even see my navy here. It seems like a bit of a bug. There it is now. Let's turn off boarding tactics. Apparently you need to have this turned off if you want to do capture port. I don't know why. Alright, so we've captured that port. I don't see anyone down here. Yeah, we're not blockading the strait, so they can still walk across if they've got military access. So let's hop in. We'll just bring the fleet actually in there, and then we'll get out and go straight towards Skepsis. So our fort is done. It's going to capture that. Okay, the forts are up. Now, does Macedon, have they recruited any more? They're still at 27, so they haven't just yet recruited any mercenaries or something like that. We've made a breach. Do we bust in there? No, just with light infantry, that'd be crazy. Oh, by the way, I didn't realize, but cavalry can actually siege. They just can't breach. I didn't even know that, but it makes sense. I mean, siege is just surrounding a place, really. Well, that's the idea. I think their siege efficiency might be a bit lower, though. I'm gonna put this guy here, actually. Alright. Trade route for leather? Absolutely. So what does leather give me when we trade it away? Light infantry defense. Cool. Okay, we've landed. Let's head straight towards the thing there. Let's get our ships. Well, let's just see what they've got coming along the coastline, right? At least we can get visibility. Defenders are deserting. There's only 513 of them now. Yeah, I don't see anything here. This is great. Nice little grab for us. Aha, so they have just purchased some mercenaries. They're up to 86 now. Wow, they just pretty much gained 60 mercenaries. Might have been nice if we had the our mercenaries on that ship, but I don't want them to take attrition. So we'll just have to wait till this first fort falls, and then we'll push in together. I feel like I'm doing everything correctly. Vegetables, absolutely. Now, I will not forget we can separate peace, so I'll keep an eye on what we could maybe achieve by doing that. Alright, we've captured that port. I'm just going to keep capturing ports and stuff annoying. Oh, yeah, there's a fort right next to it. The reason I was going to do that, the main thinking behind it was it would distract them, make them pull back to retake it, which seems to kind of work. So we're on frontal assault, and we're coming up against Messenia's fleet here, 33 ships. I also didn't realize, but if you have boarding tactics, there's a higher chance of ship captures, which is good. Let's go. Should be an easy win for our famous admiral. Did he get healed, by the way? Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. It is going up, just really slowly. He's on 7% health. How are the two sieges? Two sieges are going absolutely swimmingly. So, they've gone up the river, I think? And now they're coming back out, is it? I'm not too sure what's going on with them now. They're still fleeing. They're just fleeing. Okay, cool. Alright, even with the sieges on at the moment, we are still gaining manpower. So, let me just take a moment. I'm going to take these wars a little slower, just to make sure I'm not neglecting other aspects of the empire. We have forts everywhere, don't we? Kind of don't feel like we need this one. And let's get to it. Nah, it's just if Moesia attack, really. Yeah, we'll keep it there for now. Better safe than sorry. So how's our new city doing? It is promoting people, just albeit really slowly. So what we could do is build one of those promotion buildings, which is the academy. Build a couple of them. Help everyone promote away from tribesmen. want to see that slave number fall. Alright, we're victorious. We just beat a small fleet down there. No problem. Let's capture the iron. There we go. Oh yeah, we captured 2 in here as well. Wow. Okay, well we've got our own source of iron now, but we just can't use it yet. Capturing ports is weird. I mean, you take so when I'm clicking that button and we're taking these cities, the trade-off of capturing it with a fleet as opposed to capturing it with people or with an army is that you don't get any pops from it. You don't steal pops or anything like that, and you take some damage on your ships. You lose 50% strength on some of your ships. That's what's happening. It is a bit weird how instantaneous it is, I feel. But fair enough, if the idea is just that there's no one really in there and we're just sailing in and capturing it, then I guess fair enough. And it's also taking out some of their coastal income and things like that, so whatever. Whatever. There's not much else to do. We've captured this, so that fleet's going to have to come out now and fight us. So it's a good way of actually forcing their fleets out and just completely destroying them. Because I remember in our previous multiplayer game we played on launch, a bunch of people were keeping their fleets all in their ports and they just would build and build and build because they had a really good economy. And then the fleets would all just kind of come out and destroy ours, even though ours were bigger initially. So now that's like a lot less, there's a lot less chance of doing that. You'd have to do that between wars, not during the war itself. So that's good. Alright, so they got 26,000 just waiting on me here. We've got 20,000 here. Where's our... mercenary army is here. Okay. Well. Let's get them here. Let's get these guys there. Actually. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'm being a bit silly or if I need to do anything else with these guys. We could sail all the way around and mess with them on the far side of their empire. And that might pull some of the armies out that way. To kind of recapture that back. So what I'm going to do just for now is we're going to sail into this port and heal up, or just into any port and heal up. So we're taking some damage on our ships, just don't want to lose any. Haven't seen the Macedonian Navy anywhere. Oh, around 1% on some of these. The Spartakid reforms. Archius the Hellen Spartakid. Not sure why he's called the Hellen. I mean, he's never been to Hellas, but okay. He's currently in this area here. Anyway, the plight of the downtrodden has long been debated in regards to Bosporan military. Our policy of exclusion outside times of great need has resulted in other nations forging ahead of us in military matters. We've received word that great reforms have taken place in Sparta, driven by a bipartisan force of the elite and common folk alike, resulting in sweeping changes to the very nature of the Spartan military. Archius Spartakid, possessed of a keen military mind, argues that we might benefit from adopting a similar approach, although the cost of such a matter is worth considering. So, we could take on the military reforms, which would give us national unrest +1, but it means manpower recovery speed and morale of armies will be increased. The fact that we're at a war, I think it's a good thing to do. Manpower recovery speed isn't that important, but getting 80 political influence, getting morale, how long does it last? Ooh, I don't know. 20 years of one national unrest? I actually think I'm going to say no to that. It's just a bit too much. Now, national unrest, we can handle it. I'm not worried about a rebellion. But it does slow down the rate at which you convert and things like that, so... I'm sorry. He's going to lose 40 loyalty. He's going to be very unhappy with that. He's worked a long time at proposing these ideas. And he's losing a lot of loyalty for that decision. Now, it looks like these guys are actually going to start moving on me for a battle here. We really need to get there ASAP. They're not locked in just yet, so I don't want to move others in just yet. Okay, there's a lot coming in, though. Alright, let's go. Holy murder! Shanius Urpaska, he's a nephew of the governor of Sarmatia, he's a member of the Urpaska family. He's been found brutally murdered at home just late last night. The investigators have reported that a mace was used in the crime, a device known to be favored by Athenodorus Pythid. However, we no hard evidence to link him to this. A travesty, but we're powerless to act. Yeah, I'm actually going to go with that. Speaking of, when's this secession happening? Pretty soon. She's hanging on by a thread. We'll see how she does. No point bribing her. Our son is ready. He's not married yet, though. So, let's have a look. He's 31. 4 and 6. So he has 4 and 4. We want someone that's better than that. So, 4 and 4. 4 and 6. 8 and 2. She's 25. 5 and 8. Philippa Dromachetti. She has 2 kids already. And she is lustful. So she is fertile. Sounds kind of creepy. Damn, it's kind of annoying. There's just no one with like 2 that are even like both on 6, you know? Let's just have a very quick look at who's coming next. We're going to be marrying very young in this instance. Let's look at girls. So, she's 4 and 6. Zazumi Kasuki, we saw her. 2 and 4, 1 and 3, 2 and 2. Damn, yeah, there's just no one really that fitting. Okay then, well let's see who we could get. I don't want to get the girl that's already had kids. I don't know, it just seems like we might get problems with that. She's damaged goods, some might say. She looks totally different to anyone else I've seen. She is Bosporan and Hellenic, she's just wearing different clothes. Okay, she got style. Sharestrati Nesimidid, or whatever. Well, 4 and 6 isn't too bad, and she's a Kasuki, so I think we know who we're going with. Right, Kasuki's a respected name. I mean, they're not actually, in terms of their family, but I respect them for their military prowess. And that is the same family. What's her relation to the famous Kasuki? Not too sure, actually. Let's go back. Her siblings... Is it a different Kasuki family, I wonder? This guy's actually called Spartacus Kasuki. It's a shame. He died at the age of 28. From dysentery, probably. Let me just check. So, if we go to families... This is why we need a family tree. We have a Kasuki family here. But that looks like that's the one that's more prestigious. Oh, sorry. Am I reading it wrong? Kozuka is the name of the father of that girl. Oh no, I'm just confusing everybody. Sorry. Let's just marry this guy. Forget what I'm bothering with. I'm getting bogged down with this. It says Kasuki. Kasuki and Kasuki. But for some reason, this is like mostly a different faction's Kasuki. They're a different faction. So she's not really the Kasuki we're thinking of. He's 31, man. We gotta do something soon. Eight and 2. Xenopythid. Pythids have been kind of respected. Seen them a few times. It's just her zeal is kind of bad. Kindly, cautious, and generous. I don't know why I'm taking so long. I hope you don't mind me, but this is important stuff. We've only one son. We got to really pick someone quite suitable. And then we have another Kasuki here. She's the sister of the other one. Okay. Let's just get her. Let's get her. Sazumi Kasuki, she's 16. What's her deal? Content and crafty. She's got a bit of corruption. That doesn't really matter though. Yep, I think I'm just going to have to go with it. So we're going to get 2 extra zeal. That's it. Or we could go with Agiatis Nicidemid. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go with the Pythid because charisma is much more important, I think, than the zeal. Zeal is nice for stability over time. But charisma is good for fabricating claims and things like that. Oh, God, I can't decide. Alright. Sorry. Trusting disinter... Oh, she's sick, actually. Yeah, let's just... we'll get Agiatis Nicidemid. Right, she's 24. A suitable match. 500 gold? There's no way. There's no way. Well, I can't afford it anyway, so no. Okay, well, we can't go with her. Let's pick again. Let's just try out this girl then. This is the first one I was thinking of. Splendid. Alright. Second choice. It kind of feels bad, but hey. It's a political arrangement after all. Alright, so after this war, we'll take him off the army and see if he'll have babies. Sorry about that. That was quite the distraction. Alright, we've got a really big battle about to happen. So we've got 16,000. 18,000 coming in. 10,000 coming in, and then heavy infantry coming in to help as well. Unfortunately, it just doesn't look like we're going to get the fort in time. When is it going to happen? The battle's going to happen on the 6th of May, in 5 days. Oh, I don't know if this is going to go well for us or not up there. Looks really dangerous. Alright, let's just keep an eye on it. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. So the first engagement's happened. These guys are arriving on the 20th of May. And these guys are arriving in 3 days. So the cavalry's coming in. Okay. Euthalia has passed away. Okay. Oh shit. Not looking good, guys. We're still throwing more people in all the time. We got the mercenaries coming in now with the heavy infantry. So maybe? No, we're taking way more losses than them. We're going to have to pull back. Rethink this. Pull back, guys. Damn. To lose the first battle like that. That sucks. Although we're taking territory down here, so it's not too bad. It's better to get out before you lose a lot. I should have checked actually the screen how much exactly we lost, because it would have been good to know. But we've got our forts. They're not going to be pushing in, you know, too quickly. We've got our allies coming down as well. The siege of Skepsis is won. Okay, great. So Archius is second. He can just go around and conquer some of these territories. I'm guessing one of them is going to be coming down towards us now, so we might want to sit on the strait, actually. The interesting thing is, though, Cestus leads to any one of these three, so they can just avoid you. Alright, the retreat has worked. Let's just move the cavalry out. Let that guy chill. It looks like my allies are just throwing themselves into the battle, though, which is a bit terrible. Okay, let's pay for the replenishments. It's a damn shame. You might want to throw up the army morale. We're losing money now. I'm gonna do it. Don't need to pay for the fleet anymore. It's fine for a while. Horses, yes. Researcher needed for religion. Okay. We have Ionetus Dromeketi. Sure. Yeah, our ally Zargadava is getting wrecked, because I don't know why they're going in there to fight that. You know what? We didn't drill as well, so our armies actually have no experience. So that's another issue. So we should really drill them. We should have drilled them, really. It's too late now, I suppose. Yeah. Damn. Okay, this is going to be quite challenging now. And now this guy's here. Because I was thinking, yeah, it would be great to hop on the boats, go around, land down here now that most of the armies are up here. That's our ace up our sleeve, is the fact that we can kind of just do that. But it looks like they've just recruited an insane amount of mercenaries. Don't know why I can't click them. Yeah, they're up to 86. What about these guys? 38. They didn't actually get any, but Macedon did. The mercenary maintenance, negative 12% if we got this one. I still think this is better. Hermes is like our god of choice. It seems like we actually have been replenishing the heavy infantry. Seems that way. Okay. Philippus is falling ill. Gonna have to seek treatment. Actually, we'll seek treatment later. If we do it now, we're paying out of the kingdom's pocket, but if we wait till the secession happens, which is about to happen any moment, then he'll be paying for it out of his own pocket, so we'll wait. So I'm going to let people attach to me. Yeah, just because maybe my allies will attach to me and then that might go a bit smoother. I'm waiting for these guys to lock. Okay, they've locked in. So now we can force march with them. Force march with them. And I think phalanx is probably the right thing to do. We'll use our heavy infantry, but we'll also get some stuff out of the light cavalry that's going to be coming in to aid us. You know what? We can even jump in with this army. We've actually positioned ourselves pretty well here, where this army, and this one are all one step away. So now that they've locked, we should have that 20,000. There's no way. I cannot imagine Karli Arshid's mercenaries beating us here. We have Karli Arshid's mercenaries here. This is another guy. It's tempting. I wonder, could I bribe that guy, that general? Is there a way to select him? Inspire disloyalty. He's pretty loyal. I don't think he's going to change his mind. All right, let's see what the outcome of this will be. Still only even. Wow, I cannot believe that. What's the deal? They've got a level 12 general. Well, so do we. We've got 2 level 12 generals. Not that that matters, but let's get him in there. And we have the terrain. And they're crossing a river. Like, I don't understand. Holy shit, they lost 1,400 in the first tick. Whoa. Okay, so they have the terrain penalty. Oh, Cleantes lost his hair. We rolled well. Heavy infantry are facing off against each other. Archers are facing off against each other. Okay. 1,000. Oh, man, yeah. This is big for us. We are hammering through them right now. Excellent. And the other boys are about to get there. When is he arriving? 8th of January, 2 days, and 7th. All right, the next 2 days, 32,000 are basically coming in. There we go. And they're piling more and more people in. I hope they arrive before the battle's over. I want them to. Oh, looks like we won. Oh, so more of them are actually arriving before it's over. Okay. So let's turn off force march. We're still consuming these supplies here rather than taking attrition, which is good. Although it does say we are taking attrition, so maybe not. I don't know. They have the food symbol, which is like what confuses me, I guess, with that. Alright, it's likely that we'll win this battle as well. Come at me, bro. Absolutely destroying them for numbers. 900. Alright, and the last 10,000 are coming in now to say, see you later. Now's the time we want to get on the boats and circle around. Oh, they're not coming anymore. So let's just move south. We'll engage them on their terrain with everybody we have. Oh shit, the cavalry's going to go in first. Yeah, let's just wait for a second. Battle will occur on 16th of March. Alright, let's go. Alright, we're stealing Popsol down here, which is good. 73,000. Come on. Oh my god, we're just going to crush a tiny army. We just killed 6,000 instantly. Now, how many people are garrisoning this? 1,000? It's full strength? Okay. So what we have to do is pull some of them back. Can't have everyone on this. Because we're just going to be taking attrition. Alright, and that 1k is moved off for now. They have... Hey! The secession has happened. Philippus is now the new ruler. Black news, though, obviously. Rest in peace, Olympia. She was an excellent, excellent ruler. Lasted a very long time as well. R.I.P. What's the founder trait? It's just her personality. Yeah, okay, so that really puts an end to that kind of generation, I guess. And now, it's your boy Philip and his new wife, Sozumi Kaseki. Okay, could be worse in terms of legitimacy. And traits that we're getting. Alright, let's bring the fleet out here. Gonna use this to hop on with our troops, and then we're gonna make a landing somewhere in Aetolia and probably start besieging this fort. And that will distract the Messenians. Although I imagine they'll probably, yeah, they've probably started getting mercenaries already. Alright, speed things up. We're gonna let the mercenary army handle this. We're just gonna back off for a sec. Let the mercenary army just do their thing while we kind of rebuild our manpower. Alright, let's get on the boats. Starving Pops. Tafros. Uh-oh. There's Pops starving in Tafros. Are they migrating away? Some of them are. Some of them are still migrating in, though. Oh. Well, we can just move some slaves by paying for them to move. Is there another city? Tanais is another city that could take them. So move from Tafros. Doesn't really matter what they are. Although it'd be better, I suppose, if they were Hellenic Macedonian. Alright, so that was 8 pops we just moved. And then here we could maybe build something to kind of accommodate that. Another form, maybe. And then they'll turn into free men. Okay, cool. So that should fix Tafros for a while. Oh, wow, they're still... Oh, yeah, because we're, of course... Oh, and we lost a building. Huh. What I was going to say is we are... Okay, you know what I'm actually going to do then? Let's decentralize. This will push people out of the province into the other surrounding cities. I think we need to do that because we've just got too many in here now. And how's his finesse? 7. So he's a much better governor than before, which is good. And he's unwell, isn't he? So now he needs to seek treatment for himself. Okay, he didn't inherit all the money, by the way. I don't know where that money went. The 2,000 that Olympia had. Renovations. We've read this before. It's about rebuilding stuff. With enough investment, the building could become a shining beacon for our benevolence and architectural prowess. So we don't have the money, so I'm just going to say no. Right, we're on the boats. That's Messenia as well. So we're just going to go right here, capture a bunch of the ports, unload, and get out at Hypata. Sorry. All right, come on, fort. And I'm hoping this provides a bit of a distraction. Like, I'm also thinking, you know, how many of these armies could we stack up here, ship around, and, like, land behind on the next fort at Philippi while this guy just works on his thing? Is that a good idea? Will they be stranded? I am thinking about that, just in case you guys are. Alright, you've done your job. Just hop in here. Step on that fort, please. And we're going to hop right here just to keep an eye on what's going on. And who's coming back to fight us, if anyone. So that fort's under siege now. 31,000 just sitting here. Oh my god, he won the siege earlier than he should have. Awesome. Well done, son. Right. It might be a bit overkill, but I'm going to stack everyone up and move together because I just feel like we almost need to move as a unit at this point to get to the next fort. Because there's just a lot of troops in our way. How we looking? This guy really is off on his own. I'm a bit worried about that. Let's do some capture of ports here. We'll hop around, capture some port. Oh yeah, that just gets immediately back capped again, doesn't it? Alright, they're coming to fight me on this fort. That seems kind of crazy for them to do. Treatment successful. Philip is okay. let's go. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Everyone stop. If they're coming to us, let them come to us. Apparently they are. Okay. Jesus, there's so many. So what are we looking at here? 8,000, 41,000, 14,000. So the crux of 60, 70,000 standing in front of us. We got 65. But we have the fort. Okay, we're getting through them. They've got more discipline as well than us, which is a problem. But they've got the negative terrain because of the fort. Although they just brought in more allies. Come on. Yeah, it's just thinking. They're on their way now, though. Zargadav is on the way. It's a really even battle. It's really just about who's rolling what. Shit, we are losing it, though. Come on, allies. When do they get in? 31st of Jan. Oh, no. Damn, what a tough war. I feel like we just need that other army with us, I guess. Maybe I should have assaulted. Because this army's on its way in now. Not giving up. I'm not giving up. They're losing more. Come on. I'm looking at the numbers. It looks like we have so much cavalry out there. I think we can pull it off. Their heavy infantry will beat ours, though. Yes. We've got the numbers. Come on. We've got the flanks on them. That left flank is ours. Come on. I think you've got it. Just worried about down here now. I might do a mass retreat on these guys. Although they'd lose half their stuff, wouldn't they? Now there's a... Where is Egypt? Actually, I didn't even think about that. They're sitting on this island drilling for some reason. Yes, we did it. Awesome. Oh my god. So we took huge loss. Oh shit, I keep forgetting to look at the stats. Well, either way, we're going to push straight to Philippi now. Kasaki's cavalry, who is quite damaged, can just push here and stop there for now. Amazingly, Archis is actually winning that first engagement, but the second army is coming in now in a sec. Yeah. Oh, the fighting animation's completely stopped, which is weird. Alright, get on the boats. Just, can you give up and get on the boats? Yeah. So we lost 4,000, they lost 7,000. That's alright. Alright, we defeated some armies up here. 16k there. Alright, the big units are coming in though now. I'm gonna risk taking these on with just the cavalry. It's 11,000, but I'm sending Kasaki's cavalry straight into them. Looks like they've actually started taking back some territories, but there's a fort here, so they won't get it all. It's a tough battle, but Zargadav are gonna help me out with it. I want Philip to stop there. Alright, we're on the boats. Let's go up here. We're going to capture this and then push on the fort as well, maybe. Or we might... Yeah, we actually might just land on the island. Good. Kasaki's cavalry's been reinforced, so that's going well. Sail. We killed more of them. So they're taking way more losses than we are. They've lost 80,000. We've lost 60. Combined, which is actually quite a lot, I suppose, more than I thought, but alright, victory there. These guys aren't moving. It's a worrying little group of mercenaries there. $23. Are they just... They're just buying up all the mercenaries everywhere, man. That's so annoying. Should be a limit to the amount that they can actually have. They're in exile, though. They actually can't engage us right now. Okay, so this battle is going to happen on the 3rd of July. And then we're going to move Kaski's cavalry in to help as well. Alright, so Archius... So basically, I don't know if you guys followed that. The guy that was down here, we took him off the boats, brought him up here, got him off the ships, and then combined him with 2 other armies. And cavalry's coming in now as well to help. They're actually fielding chariots. We're mostly fighting just mercenary armies now all the time. What are we missing? We're missing an epistrategist. Let's get this Zenonid guy on. That's mercenary army maintenance down. Alright, we beat them. That's good. Cavalry go north. And these 2 are going to have to go over to this army in a sec. They're rebuilding their manpower, or their morale all the time. It's tempting to get another mercenary myself, obviously, at this point, because they keep doing it, but their economy is greater than mine. They're making a lot of money, or they have a lot of money. They're up to 142 cohorts. It's disgusting. Damn, I thought this would be a quick war, taking advantage of some people that didn't have that much. All we need is that one territory, though, for the iron. That's all we really needed. So maybe we'll just peace out. I'd kind of like to go for more. Who have we got? These 2 are sitting here. They're going to get hit by that 12k. Really want to get over to that siege, though. That's my big concern. Dude, it's just mercenaries, mercenaries, mercenaries. Piling over. And we're beating them at, like, every turn. They're not even given enough time to, like, replenish themselves fully. I'm gonna fall back with the fleet for now. Now we need manpower recovery speed. We've never really needed it, but we do now. Siege ability 5%, 200 gold. Can't really afford it. Alright, 7% on this fort. 0 on that one. We need to go back now. We need to go back as soon as this battle's over. Just taking a super long time. A religious proceeding, a struggle between the religious echelons of our society and the peasants has recently come into light as the populace at large feel like the religious ceremonies are inaccessible and distant. On the other hand, our high priest and his attendants demand the distance needed to do their jobs properly. Alright, so the priests will be left alone, which will negate our stability, or we'll kind of appease both sides, or we'll say the peasants are correct. Let's do both sides. Gain a little stability. Come on, just beat this army, please, quick. So, it looks like 25k are coming into this group here. We've only got... we really don't have much left. We've got decent reserve of manpower. Fuck it, we'll just have to pile everyone in. It's the only way. Yeah, we've got them. They're gonna get that siege, though, back. I know it. Not much we can do about it at this point. White peace is imminent. War goal is still contested. Because the war goal is obviously down here. Let's just see. Let's just see what would happen if we even just asked for... this. And that. Can we get that? That's what I'd love to get. But that's just a bit too much, it seems. We could just get this. Which is what we need for the iron. Oh, I think we can get more, though, man. I think we can get more. Just keep trying for a bit. Let me see, actually, let me just see what it said about why we can't get that. Peace offer -60, months at war, war goal. Okay. It's just, it's not ending, you know? There's just so many mercenaries. Gotta hand it to them. They put up a damn good fight. And if he takes this siege, we lose that area and then we can't get that. Ugh. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to call what we've got. I know it's not what we wanted, but it is the iron that we wanted. That's really what we were after. So I think I might... I don't know if you guys are screaming at me for not doing something else right now, but... That's a full Macedonian Rhodop. That's the full Rhodop province. Just kind of seeing, is there anything else we could even get? No, it didn't look like it. I think we'll have to call it. Yeah, call it. Just say, look, that's good enough. That gives us the iron we need, and maybe they'll leave us alone while we go for Bithynia now or something. But because if we go any further, we're just suffering such another manpower setback, you know? We're making 1,025 each month now, which is good. So I think we'll do it. That's the iron we have. That's all we needed, the iron. Alright. GG. Stop paying these guys. I don't know if I really did anything wrong, you know? It's just their ability to get mercenaries that kept hammering me down. Their economy was just quite good. Just trying to think, like, should I have gone around this way and landed up here, and that really mattered? Should I have loaded everyone on the boats and gone around, you know, a really big force? Would that really have done anything different? I don't know. You'll have to let me know. You'll have to let me know what you would have done different. But either way, it's a good territory to get, and now we should be able to build heavy infantry, which we can. So I'm going to get rid of those mercenaries. 144 to disband. They did good. They fought well. We're back to what we just have now. So I'm just going to let the armies get back into home territory. Philip is now ruling the empire. We're going to have to replenish the men. A discreditable dalliance. A young woman named Oh my god, this is... Yeah, we've had this a few times. This appears a bit too often, I think. So, a young woman named Malika, of little note until now, has arrived at the palace in Tafros bearing a baby who she claims is the son of the Basileus. Philip II. After some cross-examination, it's clear that she's speaking the truth. Oh, she's a cacique as well. This information is known by only a few of the most trusted guards and advisors of the Basileus, and there's no doubt it would be both damage to the throne's legitimacy and upset the consort. Where have you come from? She's in that family, the more prestigious one, but she doesn't have anyone around. Bacchades. 8856. Not bad. So we can make this go away. This apparently runs in the family, that we just cheat on our wives. Keep it a secret, but the child will never want for anything. We did that once, and he came back later on. The babe has royal blood. I have to acknowledge it. We'll lose legitimacy. Close family members and pretenders will lose 40 loyalty. Can't really take the hit on that. Malika will be my new consort. She's not really... No. Make this go away. Our consort gains 10 loyalty. We pay 100 gold. We gain some tyranny. We lose some legitimacy. I think we killed the baby. She's gone now. Oh wow. She's dead since February 572. Disappeared into obscurity. Yikes, that's dark. That is dark. Her kid isn't even in that list anymore. I mean, that's dark. Well, who knows? We might see something from that kid later on, but it seems like we just said, shh. No. Not today. Philip is a dark man. He's a dark man. He doesn't need to prove his legitimacy. Legitimacy will go up over time. I think she was the one really telling him to do it, you know? Whispering in his ear. Drown him. Jesus. Alright, let's just get the people back, the armies back into place. Then we're just going to let it build for a sec, and we'll call the episode there. Obviously, this has gone on quite a bit, but that'll probably be the end. This guy's almost dead, so we don't need to worry about him. And yeah, let's have a look at the new territory we grabbed. So we grabbed some territory down here. We have 29. So Abdera and Pericon. Pericon. So quite a few pops in here. We have 95, 98. So 98 pops we just grabbed. Pretty good actually to grab that amount. Just gives them some fish. Actually, let's give them some grain. And up at our capital, which is... I'm going to have to reorganize this because we're losing a lot of pops here. I have them on decentralized, so they should be moving away. But they can only move one at a time. They are moving quickly, though. Every month, it's 25%, so 4 months and a pop leaves. I think. Oh, shit. War. Oh, pause it. Sinope has gone to war with this. Oh, damn. I am so not ready for that. Sinope, who else? Just them right now, but they've got allies. Sinope are allies with Macedon, Paphlagonia, Iberia, and Cappadocia. Well, guys, that's going to be it for the end of this episode. We've got more to worry about. But in some ways, it's like, okay, these are coastal. We've got territory here. Obviously, it's probably what they're waging a war for. Take Macedonia, yeah. So they're trying to take this, and we're going to try and take that. And yeah, we'll see what happens in the next episode. Do we have the manpower to deal with this? They're really striking us down when we're not too strong. We do have the navy to get us over there, though, quickly. And now we can field heavy infantry. What do they have? Just light infantry, just archers at the moment. Not really a big navy. But if Paphlagonia join, and then someone bigger like Cappadocia... Or sorry, Iberia. Yeah, Iberia. Dangerous stuff. Dangerous stuff indeed. We'll have to get back to that and think what's going to happen there. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Appreciate everyone watching. Thank you guys very much. And I'll see you in the next one.